The Global Korean Government Scholarship is now open for application, and here is how you can go about applying through Embassy Track on the Study in Korea website. Share the screen. Let's go to Google together. This is Google, and then type Study in Korea. And then we'll take the first one, Study in Korea. This is the welcome screen. Take note of this screen. You have two pop-up messages. This one is telling you that Korea will have a holiday from Monday to Wednesday. It's called Solal holiday, which means offices will be closed. People will be traveling around Korea from urban to suburban areas. So it's a big holiday in South Korea. They have two holidays like that in a year. So if you're thinking of contacting NIIED or any school, know that they will not respond until after this holiday. Take note of that. But if you want to apply for the Global Korean Government Scholarship, this is where you should be paying your attention. So we will click on this one. It will take us to this page. You need to go down, and then you would find user guide, apply for the Global Korean Government Scholarship. Go down, you will still find it again, apply for the Global Korea Scholarship. If you click on that, it will tell you application status is unknown. That's because you need to create a username and a password. If you have a Google account, you can just go and click on Google. If not, you need to click on sign up. It will take you to this page, which is basically the same page. So what I will do right now is agree. You must agree to every term, and then you must accept that you are 14 years and above, consent to receive Study in Korea information. If you want to, you can, but if you don't want to, it's optional. Next, go to the next page. Here you need to input your information. Select your nationality. What should I select? Let me just select one nationality here. Let me just take Cameroon. And then you need to import your name. You need to write your name as it appears on your birth certificate. ID, you need to create an ID. Check for duplication. You have to click on check for duplication and then create an ID. Just take Myra 11. Let's see. This one is available. ID is available. Click on apply. It will be applied, and then you need to create a password. You need to use special characters. These are special characters that must be used. You have to repeat the password. Select your gender, date of birth. Let's just leave this one and then change just the year. Okay. You need to input your email address. I'll blur the email address because I don't want Google to flag this video. You need to repeat the email. If you want, you can still come here and just log in with Google. Next thing is, how did you find out about Study in Korea? You need to tell them. You can either say internet search, email, recommendation from friend. Let's just take recommendation from friend, because most people know about Korean scholarships through friends. Then you need to input that character 5EYN2 and click on complete registration. Let's take save. I'll take save because I don't want to input it again. It will take you back to this page. It might, for some it might. Okay, now that we've done that, we have to go and repeat the process again. You need to agree. The application form has started. Gks application agreement. Applicant agreement. You have to agree to everything here. There is no way you're even going to deny here. So it's nice to read, but see that we've not agreed to everything and it won't let us to proceed. So you must agree to all. If you disagree, you will not proceed to the next page. Next page, you need to input applicant information, application track and information of the applicant. Select track, it's embassy track. Embassy track is an unsupported application track. Please check the country information you can support. Okay, you see now that I had selected a country that is wrong. It's not in the embassy track. I can no longer proceed. Since I cannot proceed because it says unsupported applicant, it is because of the country of birth, which is down here. Now what you have to do is, since I had selected a country that is not on embassy track, I'll go now to the area where you have personal information, edit my information, change the country, and then save. Now that I have saved, I will go back and then go back to scholarship and then apply for GKS. Have to agree again to all. Agree. Next. Application track, embassy track, embassy, Republic of Korea, Federal Republic of Nigeria, application program, general, degree program, master's or doctoral. Okay. Next, desired field, natural science. You need to write your full name. If I don't have a last name, I will leave it like that. If I have, I'll put it Martin. Input phone number, Korean citizenship, no. Parents, no. You need to attach a picture, attach file. You have to select 3 universities. I'll just select 3 universities very fast. But always make sure you check this document, the application guideline, because normally embassy track general, you have to select embassy track applicants must choose up to 3 different universities from type A and B and must apply to at least one from type B. Let's take Daegu University. This is actually type B. Natural science, let's take industrial design, game entertainment. Okay, there's a medium of instruction, English and Korea. You must have at least topic level 3. Next, Ajo University. Let's go with artificial intelligence, convergent science, Korean and English again, level 3. Next one, choice 3. This is now type B. So they've offered us 1 type A and 2 type B. Let's take Gks, Gwangju Institute of Science, AI Convergence again, or AI Policy and Strategy. Okay, this one is in English, but you're still required to have at least topic level 3. We will click on next. Now the next one is topic. Do not have TOEFL. If you have TOEFL or IELTS, you need to input it. Next one is high school information. Let's take Abuja High School. Basically, I'm just creating schools out of my head right now. Country, Nigeria. Year of graduation. Let's say we graduated in 2008, 2021. Bachelor's degree. You need to input the name of the university. Abuja University. Location of the university, Nigeria. Major, AI, smart technology. Science and AI, smart technology. Year of graduation. Let's say we graduated last year, November. Thesis, AI in education. That's if you have a thesis. Publish and research paper. Let's say I have 1 published research paper. If you don't have it, it's okay. Publish on journal, on AI. That's just things that I'm creating. You need to check them. Master's degree, we don't have. Since we are applying for a master's degree, we will skip. But this section must be filled out by somebody who is applying for a PhD. Doctoral degree, this is for those who would be going in for research and development. So we will skip all of that, and then we will get to this place, GPA. Now on the GPA section, you need to deal with this document. You need to go to the section that has the GPAs. I'll take the lowest, 2.8 2.80. I am also taking note of the fact that here it is 80 on a scale of 80. This is how I will input it. 2.80 on a scale of 4.3. And then for people who have converted their CGPA, if you've converted your CGPA, you must select this and then input it. But if you already have CGPA, just input it as it is here. Look on your transcript and just input it. But if it happened that you did not have a CGPA and you had decided to convert it, you have to select yes and then input the converted CGPA. But since we did not convert, I'll go here now and then I'll put percentile 80. I'm using 80 so that people should know that even if they have 80, it's okay to apply with 80. Then here now, this has to be your GPA or CGPA per semester, every semester. So I'll just go with 2.80 on a scale of 4.3, 2.90 on a scale of 4.3. Please don't forget to add the point mark, the dot. I'll just go ahead and input everything because I don't want the video to be too long. Now that I've inputted everything, they say if your academic transcript only indicates CGPA and does not provide GPA per semester, then you may leave this table empty, which means if you do not have your GPA per semester like this one, in this case they are assuming that this is per year and every year has 3 semesters. In most countries, your country might have only 2 semesters. You need to input it. They will see it on your transcript. You just input only 2 semesters in every section. But for those who have 3, input the 3. Next question is previously received scholarship from Korean government or institution. If any, you need to write the name of the institution that had offered you a scholarship. For example, maybe some people went to Korea to study Korean language and they went back to their home country for a scholarship. Even if it was sponsored by a church, you must write the name of the church and the scholarship name and write the period when you were in Korea, from this period to this period, start and end, previous visit to Korea or currently residing in Korea. If you've ever been to Korea, even if it was for maybe tourism, you have to indicate that you've been to Korea before. But if you've never been to Korea, you can skip all of it. If you've been to Korea, you write, even if it was for a week, you input the date, entry and exit date. Purpose, was it for tourism? Indicate tourism. Where did you go to in Korea? Is it Busan? Is it Daegu? Is it Paju? Is it Gyeongbuk? Wherever you went to in Korea, is it Seoul? Indicate. Affiliated organization, maybe you went through an organization, like maybe a church invited you for an event. Next one, type of visa, what kind of visa did you take to go to Korea? You need to input. Those informations are usually on your passport. Next thing is recommender's name. You need to write the name of your recommender. Just write something crazy. Position, associate professor. University, Abuja University. University postal code. Address, Abuja. These are just things that I'm just like creating. You need to input their email address. I'll cover this email because if not, YouTube will block this video. If you have their institution's address, the address that they use in the institution, input it. I'll block even the phone number. If not, YouTube will block this video. Now, personal statement. If you have your personal statement, copy it and post it here. If you have your personal statement, copy it and post it here. You don't need to use the form that Gks has provided. You don't need to provide it through this form. You don't need to use this form for personal statement. This is the Gks application form. You don't really need it. Those applying through university track will need to use this form. Okay, now that I've indicated that you don't need to use the personal, if you already have it typed on that document, you can just copy it and paste it here. I'll just have to put something here so that we can cross to the next stage. Study plan, you will do the same thing. Copy and paste your study plan here. Korean language program exemption. This form is for applicants who are current university professors applying to a department that offers 100% English instruction. Fill out this form if you wish to be exempted from the 1-year Korean language program prior to the degree program. So if it happens that you are applying to a degree major that is 100% in English, they are asking that you should indicate here. Now, this section is for situations where you know you are applying to a degree program that is 100% in English. You would have to check this mark. and then you would have to write your name, nationality, final degree that you have, current affiliation, current position, like most especially if you are a university professor applying to go and study in Korea. Maybe you have a master's, but you're going for a PhD, and your PhD is in English, and in most cases you've already contacted the university, they've said you will study in English. Then you need to input, click on this, and then indicate the university, the department that you would be going to. Personal medical assessment. This form is just a personal medical assessment, and applicants do not need to obtain a comprehensive medical examination at this stage. You just have to answer all of these questions. In most cases, it's like in the form, have you ever had an infectious disease? Most of it will be no. Do you have allergies? If you have allergies, you have to say yes and indicate the type of allergies that you have. Do you have hypertension? If you have hypertension, you have to say yes. Diabetes. Since most of this we don't have, if you are addicted to alcohol, you must indicate that you like alcohol. It's not a death sentence, but you must indicate the type of addiction. You need to write here, are you on a special diet? You have to, if it's yes, you say yes, and then explain why you are on a special diet. Submission of document. Only one file may be attached for each item. If you have multiple documents, please combine them into a single file before uploading. So normally, letter of recommendation, the letter of recommendation that your professor has given to you, you need to open it, scan it, and then upload. You click here. If you click on add, you would have the option to look for it on your computer. Normally, you must make sure it is either in JPEG, PDF, doc, and docx. This is kind of example. You look for it in your computer and then upload. You upload your recommendation letter. Next one is please download and fill out the form below and attach it. This is for recommendation. If you know that you don't have a recommendation, you can download it just like this. This is the recommendation letter. This is normally what you're supposed to give your recommender for them to fill it out, answer these questions, and then give it to you for you to then come and upload it to this website. By now you should have those documents ready. Applicant's parents' proof of citizenship. It's like your birth certificate that must have been consular confirmed or apostille. You click here to add. Your bachelor's degree must be apostille. Click here, open add. Bachelor's transcript. Click here, it must be apostille or consular confirmed. Click here, add it. Proof of overseas. This is not applicable to most candidates. It only applies to those who have maybe a parent who is Korean. Proof of Korean citizenship renunciation. This one will not include a lot of people from Nigeria. Korean War veteran, most of this now we skip. Certificate of employment, working experience, faculty member, international organization. This one applies to those who will be applying for the major that is involved with this 100% English. If you have topic, you need to upload it. Scan, upload. Awards and other certificate, you scan, upload. Passport, scan, upload. Remember that they've said the documents must be in one of these formats: JPEG, TIFF, PNG, PDF, doc, or docx file. Remember that, for example, here recommendation has a red dot, which means if we don't add, we cannot go to the next stage. So I'll just add certain documents here just to let us cross to the next stage. These other ones are not very required, but if you have them, put them. Note, like I said, when there is a red asterisk, it means it's a required document. We will go to the next page now. Final confirmation. Every information that you've entered will now be available here. Every information will be available here, from personal statement, study plan, Korean language, everything will be available here. Even the medical assessment that you took, the documents that you've attached. They've said if you know that you have more documents, you can combine them into one PDF and add. What we need to do is submit, but since I am not applying, I will delete. So guys, this is how you can go about applying through Embassy Track on the Study in Korea website. I'll see you in the next video. If you have any comments, make sure you comment down and make sure you subscribe, share the video so that we can get to more people. Bye bye.